Hi, the product I am about to show is not an endorsement of any kind. It's just for demonstration purposes only. That being said, hi and welcome to the How To Show. I'm your host, Eric. Today we're going to learn about mixers. The mixer is a central hub for routing audio signals to and from different devices, such as microphones and recorders. So let's take a look at the Behringer MX2424. This is a standard 16-channel 4-bus mixer. Here are some of the features this board has to offer. 24 mic line inputs, 16 mono, 4 stereo, 4 subgroups with independent pots, pans, separate soloing, main mix switches, and individual inserts. 16 high quality mic preamps with 48 volt phantom power and switchable low cut filters. 3-band graphic equalizers, mid, lows, 4-band stereo EQ. Also offers 6 master auxiliary sends with gain controls and soloing functions. 2 multifunctional stereo auxiliary returns with individual pots, pans, solos, and routing switches. Offers talkback mic, individual outputs for main mix, control room, and headphones. Versatile headphones and talkback sections. BNC connector for gooseneck lights. Now let's go over the signal flow. From top of the channel strip, we have the XLR mic inputs. Let's watch this clip. First of all, you have the 3-prong connectors that inserts into the channel. Here we have line levels inputs. It can either be balanced or unbalanced. Let's try inserting a cable. This will be your normal guitar cable. And we can use the inserts for inserting external gear like EQs or any other source. Let's take a look at the EQ section. You have your typical gain knob, which is for volume, your low cut filter button, which cuts the mic highs and lows. And you have your high knob, this to alternate the high pitches of the EQ. And the mid range, if you want to tweak the sound, then your frequency button. Your auxiliary sends, you have auxiliary send 1 and auxiliary send 2. Here's auxiliary 3 through 6. You have the shift button to activate 5 and 6. Your pre-post send faders. Now let's take a look at the pan knob. You can pan right or left. This is good for when you're recording. You have your PELs, your pre-fader level button, your mute button. Now let's take a look at the faders. This will give you multiple volumes within your mix. You have your auxiliary send buttons, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. Mute on and off as needed. Solo each channel. Now let's take a look at the stereo inputs. You just insert a stereo cable, and this will send all your sounds out to an external device. Let's take a look at the auxiliary send. Same concept. Use this to send your mixes out to external device. So let's take a look at the auxiliary returns. This signal flow will return all the external devices back to the main mix board for rerouting within the board. Your sub inserts. This would take multiple groups of channels and send those to different parts of the board or out to external speakers such as monitors or headphone mixes. Now your sub outputs. This is great for feeding monitors or headphones in the studio. This is the added bonus, your RCA ins and outs. You can plug external devices, like if you have an old tape deck laying around or a DAT recorder that accept RCA inputs. This is how you insert those. You take the yellow or the white cable and insert it into the left channel, and the red always goes to the right channel. And you do the same for sending the signals out. Now this is an added on bonus. Headphone outputs. This board has a control room, monitor out, headphone outs. You can use those to feed studio headphones or monitors on the stage, just extra channels. It's always good to have extra channels on the board. Now, this is the main output section. You want to use these channels as feed all of your front of the house speakers. Here we have the 1/4 inch stereo inputs, outputs, and the XLR outputs for your low independent signals. If you're using the XLR output, just insert the female XLR to the male main input and the opposite on the other end. You can also insert 1/4 inch stereo plugs if you have older speakers lying around. Or you can use the inserts to run to a amplifier. This will get your sound back and forward to the board. Now let's take a look at the main auxiliary send knobs. You have 6 auxiliary sends with gain controls and soloing functions. Operate this, you can solo any parts of the board. Turn your auxiliary send enough to send it out to external devices. Use number 2 for like bands and reserve number 1 for vocals, and so on and so on. Now the returns act the same way, except for everything coming in the board will stay in the board and get rerouted to other parts of the board. You have your main mixed channels, you have auxiliary 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Works just the same as auxiliary send, except for you're using auxiliary return. Wherever you send out, you want to return it. Now let's take a look at the meters. You have two different meters on here. You have a soloing meter and you have a group meter. This is the group meter. Plenty of headroom. Now, let's talk about the solo routing switches. This is the talkback section. You have your PEL soloing buttons, auxiliary 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now, headphone switches and control room switches. This is your line level knob for volume. You have your toggle switch for monitor control room. Auxiliary switches 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Talkback section. 2 channel inputs, control room levels. Okay, subgrouping. This is where everything comes together. All of your sounds eventually get to the subgroups. You have optional pan left and rights, solo buttons. Send your signals out through the main mix. Now, the main mix master faders. Left, master fader right. Now you want to match them up and make them even. Subgroup, auxiliary send, main mix button, faders. The how-to show will be back after this break.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave.
Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to the How To Show. I would like to thank each and every one of you for writing in for the last couple of months. And one of the topics was which is the best recorder out there to record field recording? Well, you know me, I don't endorse a lot of companies, but personally, I use the Zoom H6 recorder. It's excellent for field recording. This baby right here comes with 4 XLR jacks. It comes with 4 XLR jacks on either side. You have a USB charger, menu, on and off switch. Here, you have different volume knobs, and it also comes with a stereo microphone, XY type. This is excellent. And it actually, you can hook this up to a camera. So this baby is versatile right here. And it takes a SD card too, up to 132 gigabytes. So it's plenty enough room for you for any type of application. Now, next, if you want to move up to bigger productions, this baby right here has 8 inputs. This is a Tascam DR680. This is perfect. You have 6 outs plus the digital options. And over here, you have a 4 XLR type out and 1/4 inch outs. This baby right here, you can put 64 gigabyte card in it. And I'll power this up. I don't really recommend it, but the factory recommends that you use 8 AA batteries. But me, I use a camera battery. You can pick these up on eBay, 3 for $30 with the adapter. And you got a guaranteed 12-hour charge time compared to an hour and a half on Duracells. Now over here, this is the Roland VS1824. This baby have 18 tracks built in it. It has a CD drive where you can burn on the fly. This have an internal 40 gigabyte drive, more than enough to store hundreds of songs. You can actually take this to band rehearsal. You can get every band an input on it, and they'll love you for it. Now, for the beginner, this is a Yamaha MG102C. This is a stereo mixer. Stereo mixers are different from your average mixer. Reason why, you see no faders, just all knobs. That's why they call it a stereo mixer. This is perfect for anybody just need 4 channels of mix. This have your basic EQ section. You have 1 auxiliary channel. You have a gain knob. This will normally be a fader knob on your average mixer. Now, over here, we want to move up to the 21st century. This is a Line 6 StageScape M20D digital mixer. This is the workhorse of the industry. This have 16 inputs, 4 monitor outs, 2 main mix outs. This also have a dongle for Wi-Fi. This has an SD card that you can use. Store all your music. You can record on the fly. You can record up to hundreds of songs at a concert. And you can also operate this with an iPad. See that? This is cool. Go out and get you one of these. Well, that's it for our show today. We went over the analog mixer. I'm your host, Eric, and thank you for watching.